And I've got to say, the emotions, it's day 5 already, and there's been so much emotion flying around. It always does at these Olympic trials, doesn't it? And, well, this year particularly, Aquatics GB has put on such a fantastic show. The great news is that really replicates so much more of the Olympic Games. I mean, it's impossible to actually replicate the feeling and the atmosphere of an Olympic Games, but it's much closer with all this pumping and excitement. But the flip side of that is it's exhausting to be around, is it not, Molly?
It is definitely, yeah, and it's a long week. It's a 6-day competition, but that gets even longer again when they head out to the Olympics. So it's great prep. The atmosphere has been amazing here, and I'll just get better going into this summer in Paris.
And you went to 2 Olympic Games, 2 finals in that women's 200 metres breaststroke. Did you ever find the trials as exhausting as it's been? It certainly seems to be here, as exhausting as I am, and I don't know. You look actually rather cool, calm and collected. You're a chilled person when it came to the trials?
I think I used to find the trials probably the most stressful part of the year, and I actually caught up with Duncan Scott earlier, and he agreed. He was saying how kind of the trials, there's a lot of pressure on just to make the team, but once you're there, kind of the pressure's off, and it's just about performing to kind of prove all the training that you've done. It all comes together at the right time. So it's definitely a stressful week for the swimmers. It's definitely a long one, and it's very strange being on poolside. It's a very different experience, but I completely understand what they're all going through. So yeah, it's a tough week for them.
Well, I have to say I'm delighted you are on the poolside and in the commentary box next to me. It's been great fun so far. World short course champion in that 200 metres breaststroke. Still can't believe that wasn't your favourite race that you've ever swum. But anyway, we'll come to that in a second. Tyler Melbourne-Smith of Loughborough University, coached by Andy Manley, as is Tobias Robinson in lane number 4, who is the fastest seed in this men's 800 metres freestyle. Second on that 1500 metres freestyle. And, well, a bizarre thing happened on his split at the 800 metre mark, Tobias Robinson, wasn't it?
Yeah, he actually set a 800 PB within that 1500, so caught up with him slightly earlier, and that was a 1-second PB. He has some goals going into this, so it'd be interesting to see how he takes this out and how he handles the race.
And his goals are, you think, maybe?
He would like to dip under 750, which would be very close to that qualifying time.
Well, you've got to think if he went 7:53 to his feet the other day going through 1500, 750 would be a walk in the park, wouldn't you? Let's see, 7:47 is the consideration time for the Olympics on the 800. He's already going, of course, for the open water. He's in 4. Take your marks. The final heat of the men's 800 metres freestyle. There were 3 heats this morning. This is heat 4. And that's why we've got 10 lanes being used. In the final sessions, normally you only use 8 lanes, but because it's still a heat, it's the final heat, you're using 10 lanes. The fastest so far is Sean McCann, who went a fantastic lifetime best. He really did. He went 8 minutes 12. An absolutely wonderful swim that was from him. So interesting, he could still win it, I suppose, in theory. But down his first 50 metres, just nice and comfortable in the right in the centre in the yellow lanes. That is Toby Robinson, the red suit and the black hat. 1 lane up from him is Alexander Sargent of Millfield. He also swam a fantastic 1500, 15-second lifetime best to come 3rd. But at the moment, well, Toby Robinson's already started pretty quickly. I thought you meant to go nice and steady on the first 100.
Well, I think he's got something to prove here, you know. He knows he's got a PB in him. He's done that already earlier in the week. So I think he just needs to get out there and kind of set the tone, and it'll be interesting to see who goes with him. It's a great start from the left side of the pool, and we saw that kind of structure yesterday in the women's 400 freestyle as well. So, but no, Toby's looking great here, breathing every 2, regulating his breathing. His stroke rate looks pretty low, and his legs are kicking probably a little bit more so on the 1500. So definitely some intent here on this 800.
Well, there certainly is. He was 55.9 to the 100, and well, he's just gone a 29.5, something like that, 29.6 on that last 50. So he looks very good indeed. He really is pushing it. This is fascinating. Well, he's doing the 10,000 metre open water race in Paris. I should say probably as long as it happens, because there's a little bit of concern about the water quality, and if it's not good enough, there's currently chat about not holding the 10,000 metre open water. Surely they can't do that.
I'd like to think they'd come up with a solution, whether that's even outside of Paris, somewhere else in France. I'm sure there's plenty of options. So there is a little bit of time before hopefully we need to worry about that. But even so, Toby's putting himself in a great position to be in that pool if that is the case.
So this is the 250-meter turn. That's 5 lengths down in this, the final heat of the men's 800 meters freestyle. This is impressive, you know, it really is. Dan Jervis won the 1500 meters freestyle in 14:47 inside the consideration time. So he's booked his train ticket to Paris on Eurostar. That was a great swim from him. But this is interesting. I have to say, I didn't expect coming into this championship, this Aquatics GB Swimming Championships 2024, the national championship and the trial. I didn't expect to be commentating on Toby Robinson coming second in well under 15 minutes on the 1500 freestyle, and then this far ahead after 300 meters and having a really good look at the consideration time for the 800.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for Toby, a lot of it's just confidence building. You know, he's been on the scene for a long time. We both moved to Loughborough in 2014, so he joked the other day that he's probably done the most lengths of Loughborough Uni swimming pool out of everybody, and I really wouldn't put that past him because he's been there for so long now. So it's nice to see this start paying off for him, and I think just getting that confidence of getting on the Olympic team early this year is now just proven here in the pool.
So Toby Robinson over first by, what, about 7 or 8 meters now. It looks like still in lane 3, it's Alexander Sargent of Millfield School, and that almost a catch-up stroke he's got, but look at this. He's driving still. So he's coming into the halfway turn in this, the last heat of the men's 800 meters freestyle. Toby Robinson's led from the start. Andy Manley's distance freestyle team, utterly brilliant with the Whiffen brothers and Hector Pardo, open water swimmer, also going to the Olympics. He's not here actually, Hector Pardo. He's decided not to do pool training. That's an interesting decision. That's of the 2 guys who do train together at Loughborough. One of them's come here to do 800 and 1500. The other one has decided to train through it.
Yeah, and I guess for him, his focus is purely on the open water this summer. I think Toby's consistently done pool swimming over the years, and I think that's potentially where he started and then moved into open water. So I think this is a great call from Toby. You know, he did it great earlier this year in Doha to qualify in the open water, but this is just confidence building. It's kind of like a stepping stone along the way to the summer meets.
Well, it is a confidence builder, but I've got to tell you, he's going very fast indeed. He really is. This is the 500 meters turn, and he's got to get to 7:47. So where is he at the moment? Well, it's a 53, is it? Yeah. So he's got to pick it up a little bit if he's going to go 47. That consideration time, but he's going to be well under his lifetime best. Still bizarrely, I can't quite believe this morning. That stat you read out earlier, his lifetime best was to his feet going through the 1500 meters the other day.
Yeah, and I think that kind of just shows, like, these PBs have been on the cards for a long time for Toby. I think he often gets quite frustrated around pool swimming. He's been back year after year and he's maybe not quite got the results that he's wanted or that he deserves from the training that he's done. So it's definitely all coming together at the right time. I think this is his last year of swimming, so he kind of has nothing to lose. He's kind of here just giving it everything he's got. He's going to Tokyo, and then, yeah, I think if he can end his career on a high, he'll be really happy with that.
Well, I was going to ask you one question, but I might ask you, well, I'll ask both of them. So the first one is, what is he doing to be going so much faster this year? Because he looks just sensational at the moment, both here and in the open water. 53, so he's going to go a lifetime best, certainly. He's got a little bit of go to still go under that to consideration time. But what is it that he's doing to go so much faster? And the second question I was also going to ask is, if he does go really quick here and keeps on going, knocks lumps off his lifetime best, why would you stop?
I mean, he might not stop, don't hold me to that, but I know, bless him, he's been swimming for so long, and like I said, he's been in Loughborough now for 10 years, so I think that's definitely in the back of his mind. His partner Abby lives him in Loughborough as well, so a lot of sacrifice from both of them over the years. But I think things are just coming together for Toby. So he used to train in the National Centre at Loughborough under David Hemmings and Kevin Renshaw previously before that. Alongside Jack Bonnell. So then when Jack Bonnell decided to retire, Toby didn't really have a training partner there. So decided to make the move to the uni group and train under Andy Manley. And like you said, they have an amazing group there with the Whiffin twins, Felix and Hector. And so I think he's just part of a great environment. There's great facilities at Loughborough that he's been lucky to be a part of for many years. So I think everything's just kind of coming together here for him.
Well, it certainly is, and 100 metres to go in this final heat of the men's 800 metres freestyle, and he's going really well. He's going to go very close to 750. I'd love to see him just stuck under that. Let's see how he can go here. It's going to be a tough one. His last 50 metres is going to be very fast indeed. He's going to have to go 27 flat pretty much, but he can do it. The race for second is still on, and it looks like it's Tyler Melbourne-Smith in second, and maybe just about third. One lane closer to us is Rhys Grady, with Alexander Sargent of Millfield in fourth, but no doubt about the leader. He's got 15 metres to go. Can he go under that 750? His best is 753.8. I mean, that is brilliant. He's going to be very close. Come on. Oh, it's going to be so close. I think he's just going to miss it. 751.51. Well, it's a massive lifetime best and a super national title for Tobias Robinson of Loughborough University. He's going to the Olympics in the open water, the 10,000 metres open water. But what a swim it was to win the championship. Toby Robinson wins it. Second, Tyler Melbourne-Smith. And third, Rhys Grady.
Yeah, great swim there from Toby. I think he knew he'd potentially be out there on his own. So really brave of him, just taking out strong, taking confidence from that 1500 earlier in the week and setting a big lifetime best there as well.
What a swim. What is the attack, really, right from the start? I mean, he just showed intent. I think the only time he wasn't leading was maybe just on the start. And then, well, went through the 50 turn and just kept on going, just kept on turning the gas up. Really impressive.
Yeah, and probably taking a few tactics from the open water races too. I know he always finishes really strong there. So I imagine on this 800, he was kind of just winding up throughout the race. And then a great last 50 there from him, just outside of what he wanted to achieve of dipping under 750. But I'm sure he'll be very happy with this week.
And that's a great swim. And the new champion is Toby Robinson of Loughborough University. Wonderful swim that was, and his teammate ducked under 8 minutes. That's great too for Tyler Melbourne-Smith. Rhys Grady third, Sargent fourth. Oh, that's a great swim. Well done, Toby Robinson. What a warm-up for the Olympics. Let's see what he's got to say to John.
Well, he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for your British champion, Tobias Robinson. So, Tobias, I'm going to jump in here because your British champion, that's another PB. It was like 6.5 seconds in the 15. You just said to me, you know, you PB'd at your 800 mark in that as well. And here you are dropping like another 5 seconds. Something's going right in the pool.
Yeah, something's going very right. This is my first British Championship gold medal because I've been coming here for 8 or 9 years. And I always manage to get silver or bronze behind Dan Jervis. So I've got to say thank you to Dan Jervis for not turning up today. Yeah, carry on. That's it.
That's it, that's it. Well, look, you know, you qualified for Paris in the open water out there in Doha. It's a very different thing, you know, open water and then coming in here. We're seeing more of a crossover now between athletes that jump between those. Are we going to be seeing you more in here as well?
Yeah, look, I want to speak to the audience and the people at home. Please tune in to the Olympic race, open water marathon race, because it is so, so exciting. You'll have, it will be spectacular. Please tune in, 9th of August, it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be on the beat for the Olympics. Well, listen, congratulations, your first British gold. He's off to Paris, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. So, Tyler, it's great to have you back here again. We got a silver medal. You know, you're chasing down Tobias. What are you sort of focusing on, I suppose, in your 800? It's a bit of a different race to that 15.
I think me and my coach before the race decided we were going to change it up and go out a bit slower and come back a bit quicker. I think it worked. I mean, the last 50 was tough, but yeah, I'll take a second this year. You know,
it was a tough race sort of for second and third, just separated by 0.1. Did you know where Rhys was?
Yeah.
Well, it was fun to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your silver medalist. And Rhys, 18 years old, coming out here, getting a British bronze medal. It's got to be a pretty nice feeling for you.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really happy with that. It's a good race at the end.
Yeah. So moving forward, you know, you've got your bronze medal, you got a great time. Sort of how are we going to progress that? What are you going to be focusing on?
I think I'm going to work on my stroke rate a bit more, just to make sure it's more consistent going into the future. That's something I can do in training.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do. Look, congratulations on a bronze medal. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your British medalists.
Really love that. That's fantastic. Did you know where Reese was? Yeah. That's fab. What a great answer. Well, top 3, sub 8 minutes. That's really good. 7:51.5. I can tell you that Toby Robinson, well, he did win gold there, and he was a little bit worried about Dan Jervis. Dan Jervis split 7:51.79, and he's just gone 7:51.5. So he's the fastest 800 meters freestyler here this week. So he's earned it by rights. Well done, sir. Well done. First national title.
I know, and like I said, Toby has been around quite a while now. So although this isn't his preferred event in the pool, I'm sure this will just give him confidence moving forward.